Hey everybody, this is Alan Clifton with ForwardProgressives.com. In this video, I want to take a few moments to discuss a couple of comments and tweets Donald Trump sent out within about a 48-hour period of one another that I feel are some of the most ignorant, hypocritical, and stupid things that this man has ever said or done, which is saying something considering the seemingly endless list of ignorant, hypocritical, and stupid things that he has said not only throughout his campaign, but his entire life. Start with his public statement where he said he's going to start an arms race, which of course goes along with the tweet he sent out where he established his intent to expand and build upon the U.S. nuclear arsenal. Let's not forget that this all comes just a couple of weeks after he went out of his way to provoke and anger China. This is how World War III is going to start. An insecure infant who's incompetent, saying things that you would normally hear out of a drunken buffoon in a bar. Only this isn't a drunken buffoon in a bar. This is our next president. It's still mind-boggling that there are still so many people out there who support this man. We already have over 7,000 nuclear weapons. We have enough to end life on this planet. We don't need any more. Nobody's out there saying, if the United States only had more nuclear weapons, then we might not oppose it. The only thing the United States building more nuclear weapons and starting an arms race is going to do is make everybody else do the same thing. It's going to make our enemies stockpile things. It's going to make this world far more dangerous than it already is. And I'm sorry, you don't fight terrorism with nuclear weapons. You don't fight terrorism via an arms race. And terrorism, as Republicans have made very clear, is the #1 threat, right? So this doesn't do anything but pander to ignorant people. People who say things like, we're going to make the sand glow. Because, it's always funny to joke about nuclear Armageddon. That's the kind of mindset that these people have who hear this and then cheer it. Then there was this very pathetic tweet he sent out, basically because he can't get celebrities or anybody that's really that well known to come to his inauguration. He declared that he doesn't want them. He wants the people. This is the prime example of what an insecure egomaniac Donald Trump is. Most normal, mentally competent human beings would have just let this situation go. But not him. He had to declare that he doesn't want them, even though that's not true. But he's such a mental infant that instead of just letting this whole thing go, he had to go to Twitter to whine about it. Though I don't know what's more pathetic. The fact that he sent this tweet out, our next president sent this tweet out, or that there are millions of people who are dumb enough to actually believe that. Then there was his son not being able to be involved in charities because there are those who believe that that could raise a conflict of interest. Just think about that for a moment. Donald Trump whining about people saying that a charity could be used to set up a pay-for-play scheme in which big donors use that charity to gain access to Donald Trump. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? It should, because that's exactly what he spent months accusing the Clinton Foundation of being. The foundation that has an A rating from CharityWatch.org, that 88% of the money it raises goes to charitable causes. That's the charity Donald Trump basically called a criminal enterprise set up by the Clintons to establish a pay-for-play scheme in which big donors from all over the world would funnel money into this foundation to buy access and influence if Hillary Clinton won. But here he is taking to Twitter to whine because people are saying the same thing about him, that his sons could use charities or all of these business interests that people have been raising red flags with to get access to him to influence his policy. He had no problem attacking Hillary Clinton for her foundation. But now he's whining because people are doing the same thing to him. I mean, it's just astonishing that not only does he probably not grasp how hypocritical this is, but that there are people who all cheered him who will probably agree that it's stupid that people are doing the same thing to him that he's accused her of doing. It's remarkable to me to think about how these people just seem to change how reality works based on each moment. How they can say something 1 minute and then the next completely contradict what they just said and then make excuses for their contradiction. And then on Friday, he sent his little tweet out where he literally quoted a man who basically our entire intelligence community says ordered a cyber attack against the United States. He's quoting that. Just think about that for a moment. Donald Trump telling anybody that they should know how to lose with dignity is an absolute joke. This man can't even win with dignity. His little thank you tour where he's going around supposedly thanking people, but when all it really is is him going from state to state and rally to rally so that he can feed off people cheering and praising him. This is a man who whines about rigged elections, whines about the media, attacks anybody who criticizes him. Can't even have a union leader call him out on a lie about a carrier deal without going after him. And then let's not forget the fact that when people pointed out to him that he lost the popular vote, because while that doesn't elect our president, that's still a loss. He lost the popular vote. He pushed a conspiracy that the only reason that happened is because millions of people voted illegally. And then he switched that to saying, well, it was actually more difficult to win the Electoral College than the popular vote, which isn't true. The popular vote is it's the truest form of democracy. It's the measure by which we say, look, this is how many people supported each candidate. And what the popular vote tells us is not only did he lose it to Hillary Clinton by nearly 3 million votes, but 54% of the country voted against him. That matters. You want to talk about losing with dignity? He lacks the dignity to even admit that, you know what, maybe he did get help from Russia. Because that would make him look weak, and he doesn't want to do that. So he's going to continue to basically say that he believes a Russian tyrant more than he does our own intelligence community. It's just absolutely laughable that of all people, Donald Trump would have the gall to criticize and accuse others of not having dignity, when time after time again, he's proven that he has absolutely none. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will talk to all of you folks again later.